Hello, good evening, everybody. I'm your host, Club Brad, the host of the Club Apple Sportswear, coming to you live right here, Leesburg, Virginia, Loudoun County area. That is today, folks. I'll talk to you guys about the full results from WrestleMania 36, parts 1 and 2 from last night. Parts 1 and 2, that is. I will definitely get that. I know you guys are excited for it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So I'll get you guys to that for sure. I'll also be talking about the fact that Tony Ferguson is going to be facing Justin Gaeth. That is the US 249, but they're going to be facing each other at some undisclosed location, and no one knows where exactly. And I also talked to you guys about that Kaline has been deceased at 85. Sabrina Ionescu winning the Wooden Award. Tyrese Maxey and Jordan Nwora going to the 2020 NBA draft. So big move for them, by the way. You gotta love it. Give it credits due. James Winston and his longtime girlfriend, Breon Nicole, they get married at home. So big news there. So you gotta love it. And British Open being canceled, that is due to the coronavirus issue. So that is all the news I'm gonna have, and all the news I'm gonna get into for today, ladies and gentlemen, just for now. And honestly, you know, I'm looking forward to the opportunity. I really am. So I'm gonna start things off with just the fact that WrestleMania 36 parts 1 and 2 last night. I'm gonna go over the full results this time. I'll tell you that. So you had Cesaro defeating Drew Gulak. You had Sami Zayn retaining the Intercontinental title. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross are the two-time women's tag team champs. Becky Lynch retains the Raw Women's title. Elias defeats King Corbin. KO Kevin Owens defeats Seth Rollins. John Morrison retained the Smackdown Tag Team titles. Miz didn't compete that, by the way, due to an injury. Braun Strowman becomes the new Universal Champ. The American BA, The Undertaker, defeats AJ Styles in a boneyard match. It was absolutely awesome, by the way. I will say that for sure. So that's epic. Liv Morgan defeats Natalya. Aleister Black defeats Bobby Lashley. Charlotte Flair once again walks out as the NXT Women's Champ. And honestly, I would have gone. I would have gone for Rhea Ripley. I thought it was gonna be Rhea Ripley retain the NXT Women's title, but how's she gonna get it back? And Rhea Ripley's gonna invoke your rematch clause no matter what. So whoever the number one contender is for the NXT Women's ladder match, whether it's Dakota Kai, whether it's going to be Tegan Knox, Candice LeRae, Mia Yim, Chelsea Green. So it's going to be decided come this Wednesday. Whoever the number one contenders for that ladder match, women's ladder match, is going to face Charlotte Flair this time. I wish it was Rhea Ripley, but it's not. Sorry. What happened last night, that didn't happen. Sorry. That was Rhea Ripley retained the X Women's title, but that just didn't happen, though. So she won on her birthday last night. That was on her birthday, by the way. So credit to that. Street Profits retained the Raw Tag Team titles. Angel Garza and Austin Theory, they would attack the Street Profits, then Zelina Vega would kick. Angel would kick Montez Ford. Bianca Belair attacks Zelina Vega. Lays out Zelina Vega with the KOD. And it seems that Bianca Belair is going to be headed to the main roster. And she's there to, and obviously she's there to stay. You saw her make her first WrestleMania appearance. That is by attacking Zelina Vega, hitting her with the KOD. And obviously, they just celebrated. I mean, she probably was still Raw Tag Team champs. You gotta give her credit still. So Bianca Belair's there to stay on the main roster. What a big move that is. Congrats on that part. Also, by the way, now this is the big one, guys. You get ready for this one. Otis defeats Dolph Ziggler. And after that match, Otis and Mandy Rose, they smooched. Yep, they smooched. So this is sort of like Beauty and the Beast. This is sort of, well, I understand this is WrestleMania's greatest moments in history, but oh my goodness, wow. Congrats, Otis and Mandy Rose. And obviously, this is perhaps one of the greatest wrestling moments in history. I will say that, but this is going to be the biggest love story that was ever witnessed, considering it's one of WrestleMania moment that no one's ever going to forget. Oh my goodness! So, what do Mandy Rose and Otis have in store next? You have to wait and see. Friday night on SmackDown Live. So that was good. It was really good. Then they got steaks. And then go for some steaks. And man, oh man, I gotta tell you right now, Otis and Mandy Rose, yep, they do deserve each other. I'll say that. I will say for sure from live television, yep, Otis and Mandy Rose, they deserve each other. They kissed after the end of the match. And then Otis was carrying Mandy Rose. Oh my goodness, man, oh man. I gotta say, I mean, Otis is one looking guy. Mandy Rose, who Otis calls his peach. But my goodness, this is gonna be. I mean, it could be all over TMZ. You might see it on, maybe on Fox Sports. But I gotta say, congrats to Otis and Mandy Rose. By the way, epic. Now they're good. Now they're gonna be considered, golden machinery. That is, and I could say that Head Machinery, they want to be in the tag team title opportunity. And Mandy Rose on the flip side, well, fire desires numbers. That's what happened this past Friday. The video surfacing of Sonya Deville getting away with it. And Dolph Ziggler. Not good. Not good. So Mandy Rose took the taste out of Sonya Deville's mouth. Hits Dolph Ziggler in the crotch. And honestly, that was epic. And Otis got the win. And Otis smooches Mandy Rose. And they were just locking lows what they were doing. So congrats to them. I'll tell you that. Edge defeats Randy Orton in the last man standing match. Edge got his revenge against Randy Orton. They're battling all the Performance Center. Edge got his revenge. He hit Randy Orton with a steel chair to the skull, much like what Randy Orton did to Edge about 2 months ago. So Edge got his revenge, and that's how it is. Gronkinator, Robbie G, the Gronkowski, the host of WrestleMania, he becomes the new 21st Century champ. Congrats to that. The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, defeats John Cena in a Firefly Funhouse match. Now, we saw main difference of John Cena. You saw the ruthless aggression side of John Cena, the Dr. Thug numbers John Cena. And you saw the John Cena defeated Bray Wyatt SummerSlam WrestleMania a few years ago. And then the Fiend Bray Wyatt gets his revenge on John Cena. And then the Fiend defeats John Cena in a Firefly Funhouse match. That's a match that I honestly just could not describe. I mean, they were going for the NWO, John Cena, and then there was also, let's see, the Mega Powers. Oh my goodness. John Cena, I mean, really, I don't know what to say, but that's the result. So the Fiend Bray Wyatt defeats John Cena in a Firefly Funhouse match. So that's how it ended right there. Bayley retains her SmackDown Women's title. Drew McIntyre, he just won. He becomes the new WWE champ, by the way. Congrats to that. Braun Strowman walks out as the Universal champ. Drew McIntyre, on the flip side, he walks out as the new WWE champ. He's the first British champ in WWE history. First individual to win a WWE title, to be WWE champ. Oh my goodness! Look at it this way. You saw Kayla Ray. She's the NXT UK Women's champ. You saw Wolfgang. That is, they are the NXT UK Tag Team champs. You got Walter, who was the who was the WWE UK champ. Now you got Drew McIntyre as the new WWE champ. Congrats to Drew McIntyre once again. Well-deserved victory. And obviously, this is something Drew McIntyre's been waiting on for months, for years and years, and months in the making. He already won the Royal Rumble this past year, and he walked out as the WWE champ last night. So again, hats off to Drew McIntyre. Well-deserved victory this is. So you gotta give it credit to him. You gotta give it credit to him. I can tell you that right now. Also, moving on to some other news I do want to address, by the way, everybody. Address you guys the fact that the 2020 British Open has officially been canceled due to the coronavirus issue. That's not looking good there. So obviously that didn't sit well with anybody. I will say that for sure. So make no mistake about that. Other topic I want to address, the NFL draft will be virtual. Clubs, personnel will be at their homes. Teams will be at their homes. Now, other people can't visit one person's home, that is, which they can't do. They got to stay in their own homes for sure for the NFL draft. So the NFL draft is going to be April 23rd and 25th through the 25th. So NFL draft will be virtual at home. So what's going to happen? Well, you just knew it was going to happen, and now it is. So there you have it, everybody. So it's all just due to the coronavirus. So that's all I got right there, everybody. That's all I got. Also, another thing I do want to address, by the way, that Kaline, a Hall of Fame outfielder and Detroit Tigers legend, he was deceased at 85. He got the nickname Mr. Tiger. He was an 18-time All-Star, a 10-time Gold Glove winner. Retired after recording 3K hits in 74. That is. He joined the Tigers broadcast team. Kaline finished with the 3,007 hits. Got 33 home runs, .297 batting average by the way. So those praise go out to the Detroit Tigers, all Kaline's family members, all of his fans, all of his viewers, all of his subscribers out there. This horrific loss. So those praise out to them. So get well, everybody. Also, just some other news I want to address, by the way, that Tony Ferguson versus Justin Gaethje is going to be the main event at UFC 249, and it's going to be at an undisclosed location where there will be no fans. So Khabib's replacement's name is going to be Justin Gaethje, by the way. It's going to be a UFC 249. That's going to be the main event right there. So it's going to be in front of no fans, by the way, due to the stay-at-home orders. So that's all you guys got to know for now on that part. So nothing more to be said. Another news I do want to address, by the way, famous Jameis Winston, he married his longtime girlfriend, Breon Nicole, at home. They had a quarantine wedding at home, that is. So they can't have it in front of 50K fans due to the coronavirus issue. So basically, James Winston married his longtime girlfriend, Breon Nicole. Congrats to that. So that's all I've got to say for that. Also, other than I want to point this out, by the way, that just this past week, Penelope Ford and the super bad girl, Penelope Ford, and the super bad man, Kip Sapien, they got engaged. Congrats to them, by the way. And don't know they're going to be married for sure. I mean, they'll be married for sure. Could be at home, that is, by the way. Can't have it in front of, zillions of fans, which they can't. So it's going to be at home, much like Jameis Winston is. So that's all this I got. Congrats to Penelope Ford and Kip Sapien on their engagement, by the way. Congrats to them on that. So nothing more to be said. Also, just another news I do want to address, by the way, that Sabrina Ionescu, she won the Wooden Award with all the major honors she got. She won the Naismith Trophy and the Wade Trophy. She's the Pac-12 Player of the Year, third season in a row. Congrats to Sabrina Ionescu once again. She's had a bit of a tough time. The loss of Kobe and Gigi and some of the individuals during the helicopter accident. And also, She gave her a little heartwarming speech, by the way. She was there, so yeah, I think so. She would have walked out as 2020 Women's Final Four champ, but that's not going to happen. Maybe next year. It's always over next year. So all there is to it for now on that. Also, another thing I do want to point out that Tyrese, Maxey, and Jordan Nwora will be declared for the 2020 NBA draft. Now, Jordan Nwora, he's going to be going to the 2020 NBA draft after his All-American season, by the way. So that's pretty good news. Tyrese Maxey is going to be declared for the 2020 NBA draft. So congrats to both of them on that. And the NBA draft this year is going to, be virtual, by the way. So that's all the news I'm going to get into for sure. So nothing more to be said about that. And, that changes everything. I will say that for sure. And also, just some other news I also want to address, by the way, that Katarine LeBron and Andre Hunt have been expelled from Nebraska football and Nebraska after they violated the school's sexual misconduct policy. Now, Hunt, that is, he penetrated the female student and made her have oral sex without her consent. Both men had sex with her without her consent. The woman sent text messages to others. She says that she got raped, by the way. LeBron and Hunt were charged with first-degree sexual assault after the woman reported the incident to Lincoln police. Now, also the incidents occurred around August 2018 and April 2019, that is. So if, in fact, that both these two football players who are now expelled, that is, if they are convicted of these charges, of these incident, they will indeed be facing jail time for sure. So that right there. Come to question now, Nebraska, they have been accused of findings of sexual misconduct, by the way. And actually, this is the latest one of them, though. So that's all the news that you guys know for sure. And obviously, now they go for Nebraska. So two former Nebraska football players, Katarine LeBron and Andre Hunt, they have now been expelled from Nebraska, and they could be on trial for sure. Unclear date. It's supposed to be, don't know when, due to coronavirus issue. So that right there comes to the question right there that remains. So that's all the news I'm going to get into just for sure in that part. So that's all you need to know at least. Also, some other news that Bobby Mitchell, the Hall of Famer and first African American to sign with the Skins, has been deceased at 84. Very clear what he died of exactly, and no answer. Thoughts first after Bobby Mitchell's family members, all of his fans, all of his viewers, the Skins Nation, the viewers, and all subscribers to this horrific loss. So, not looking good there, everybody. So, keep them in your prayers. So, just keep in your prayers, everybody. And obviously, didn't look good. That was we have. So, that right there sort of sums things up a bit. I can tell you that. Sort of sums things up, and it didn't do much. So just absolutely just awful news right there. I will say it's absolutely just awful news. I gotta say that for sure. So number 2. Also, I want to tell you guys this though, that the NFL has named the Tom Brady, Adrian Peterson, and also the fact that let's see what we got here. JJ Watt have also been named the 2010 NFL's All-Decade Team on the offensive side. Now here you got Tom Brady, of course. You got Aaron Rodgers, AB, Antonio Brown, piece of trash. Larry Fitzgerald, Calvin Johnson, Julio Jones, Gronkinator, who just walked out as a new 24/7 champ, by the way. Travis Kelce, Jason Peters, Tyrod Smith, Joe Staley, Joe Thomas, Javier Evans, Logan Mankin, Zach Martin, Marshall Yanda, Alex Mack, Marquise Pouncey, Frank Gore, Marshawn Lynch, Sean McCoy, Adrian Peterson, Darren Sproles. All-decade team. On the defensive side, you got Calais Campbell, Cameron Jordan, Julius Peppers, J.J. Watt in there. You got Geno Atkins, Fletcher Cox, Aaron Donald Kong-Su, Luke Kuechly, Bobby Wagner, Patrick Willis, Chandler Jones, Khalil Mack, Von Miller, Patrick Peterson, Darrell Revis, Revis Island, Richard Sherman, Eric Berry, Earl Thomas, Eric Weddle, Chris Harris, Tyra Matthew. Honey Badger, that is. Special teams will be Johnny Hecker, Shane Leckler, Stephen Goskowski, Justin Tucker, Tyreek Hill, Darren Sproles, Devin Hester, Cordero Patterson. Coaches will be Belichick and Pete Carroll. So that is exciting news, everybody. Give them a clap them up for that. So absolutely just amazing. And you got to love it, though, guys. You just got to love it. So that's all I got to say for that, ladies and gents, just for now. So nothing more to it to be said. So there you have right there, everybody. So that's all you guys going to know. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it right there for the Clothing Habit Sports Sport. Please be sure to subscribe to the Clothing Habit Sports Sport YouTube channel, Facebook page, by all means necessary. Please be sure you send me your comments, your tweets, your reaction, your thoughts on WrestleMania 36. Last night, part 2, that is what you thought about it. What you thought, parts 1 and 2, what your favorite moment was. Please let me know about in the comment section. I'll definitely address the response to that for sure, everybody. Tell me you think that Otis and Mandy Rose smooching was the best part. Tell me you think the Boneyard match that the Undertaker, the American BA just won. Let me know about that. What you thought of the Firefight Funhouse match? Please let me know about in the comment section. I'll definitely address the response to that for sure, by the way, everybody. Just for now. What do you think of Bianca Belair taking out Zelina Vega? That is after the Street Profits retained the Raw Tag Team titles. Please let me know about the comment section. What do you think of Drew McIntyre winning the WWE title? Please let me know about the comment section. I'll definitely just response for sure for that. Also, I'll tell you this, that Drew McIntyre, he called out Tyson Fury. So Tyson Fury disaggressed Drew McIntyre. Now you guys remember that Tyson Fury, he beat, Deontay Wilder, last month or 2 months ago. And then Drew McIntyre last night just won the WWE title. Became the new WWE champ, by the way. First British wrestler to ever do so. So amazing right there. He's Scottish, by the way. First Scottish wrestler to win the WWE title. So congrats to them on that part. So give it credits due to Drew McIntyre. Please let me know what your favorite WrestleMania moment was. I'll definitely respond to that for sure. So what you think of the NFL draft going virtual? Please let me know in the comment section. I'll definitely respond to that for sure as well, everybody. Please let me know in the comment section what you thought about Tony Ferguson versus Justin Gates for US249 at an undisclosed location. Please let me know in the comment section where you think it's going to be. With no fans, by the way. Let me know about that in the comment section. What you also thought about, the Masters 2020 is going to be November 12th to 15th, by the way. So please let me know in the comment section. I'll address response to that for sure, everybody. What's the Sabrina Ionescu being the winning the Wooden Award? So please let me know in the comment section. I'll definitely just respond to that for sure, everybody, as well. All the news you got to know for now. So thoughts and prayers out to the Tigers as they lost Kaline. Thoughts and prayers out to Bobby Mitchell's family members and the Skins. So please send them in the comment section. Please send your thoughts and prayers out to their family members and their friends. And that's all you guys got to do for now. And nothing more to it. So I've got more breaking news. Time was live updates. We'll to a whole lot more in the Close Have sports, all things sports related, and everything you need to know. So that's all I got to say, everybody. So take care, you guys. You guys have a good evening. Be safe. Wash your hands with soap or use sanitizer. And that's all there is to it. So take care, you guys. You guys have a good day. Bye-bye.